Today, we will be getting 3-star on every campaign stage for a beginner player, and I'll showcase how to do it. And we're only on day 3 of this account. If you've been following through this guide, you'll know exactly what you need to do, step by step, to get to this point in your game. So, let's jump straight into what we need to do next. If you haven't watched the first 2 episodes, I'd highly recommend it. And once again, make sure to use my QR code to get Uugo, Rector Drath at level 15, Sun Wukong with the promo code, and Alice the Wanderer on day 7. Let's get into what we need to do next on day 3 of our beginner account. This is what you should be doing on your 3rd day in a brand new account. Starting, of course, with your dailies and your login rewards. A couple things here, some artifacts. And then what we're going to do is actually go to promo codes again. And today we're going to type 1M gift, which is going to give us some more stuff, which is great. We're going to get 3 3-star chickens, some skill terms, some energy, and some silver. So our energy is really starting to build up, which is pretty nice for a new account. Go to the store and claim your shards. Definitely worth doing. We also want to go to the store again and go to limited special offers, silver pack, claim our silver again, small pack, claim our free gift. That's basically what we want to do. Now, we're going to start getting into the routine of what you want to do every day when you start a new account. So, eventually, you're not going to need to watch these videos anymore and you can do everything on your own. So, when you open up the game for the first time, make sure to go to your Guardian Ring, level up your champion. If there isn't one in there, make sure there is. Next, we're going to take a look at what events are on and what tournaments are on, and we can start planning around that. If you remember in my last video, we talked about how events and tournaments can be grinded alongside other goals to basically increase the amount of rewards you're going to get as you're playing. We have Hero's Path. This is quite a high level event for most players. So as a new player, you don't need to worry about this, but we can get some free energy and silver for not really doing much at all. Now, we do have Dungeon Divers event. Dungeon Divers is basically an event that will let us get rewards based on how many artifacts and accessories we win from dungeons. For now, we aren't really looking too much at doing dungeons, so if that's not something we can do today, that's completely fine. Now we're going to go to our missions. Remember that I said we should try to aim for 5 missions completed per day. It's going to really help us progress through this pretty quickly. At the moment, we have Stage 7 of Down Forest. This is going to be what we're going to be carrying on from last time. We still want to carry through our campaign, so that's definitely something to consider. And then we have a Wind Gauntlets mission for Stage 4. Clear Stage 1 of Ice Golem's Peak 3 times. A dungeon mission, that's great. We'll do this dungeon mission alongside making progress on that event. And then equip 4 champions, defeat 20 champions in Classic Arena. Okay, so now remember, you always want to do arenas as much as you can. If you got free arena tokens, definitely do it. If they're available, go for it. But because we have missions later on that we'll get to, we'll wait for that for now. So let's do our playtime rewards and see what challenges we've got. Okay. Of course, we're going to check our daily quests as well. Classic Arena 5 times. We know we're going to do that a little bit later. Summon 3 champions. We can do that now, just very quickly with the mystery shards we've collected throughout the campaign. Don't need to worry what's inside for now. I'm going to go through this again. Oh, we got a rare. We'll keep rares. If we get any rares, we will not be using them for food champs because they could be useful. Some rares could end up being useful. So we'll keep those for now. We only really want to use commons and uncommons for food champs. Okay, so we've done that one. We want to use 50 energy. We'll do that. Increase champions level in a tavern 3 times. Okay, let's do that now. So we want to level up food champs today. So eventually we can get our Kale to 6-star, level 60. Right now he's 5-star. So we're basically just going to go down here, use 1 brew on him. This should do it for us. There we go. Great. Just 1 brew for that. Make 4 artifact accessory upgrade attempts. Okay. Now that we're starting to get into the late game, we can look at maybe upgrading this a little bit. Just upgrade 1 level. And that should be enough for the challenge. Let's just check. Yep. Okay. Purchase an item at the market. Okay, no problem. We'll buy a mystery shard. Brilliant. That done. Win campaign battle 7 times. So all 3 of these we're going to be doing later anyway. So that's great. Next, we're going to go to missions. Clear Stage 7 of Durham Forest on normal. This is where we were last time. And we're going to... Now that Kale is 5-star ascended, we should be able to start leveling food champs. We're still going for 3 stars. So remember, to get 3 stars, you need 2 or fewer champions in your squad with no champions being killed. So we're going to start leveling up more food champs here. And we'll start with this guy here. Remember, 1 stars max out at level 10, 2 stars max out at level 20, and 3 stars max out at level 30. So we're just going to go through this and get through this campaign. Alright, looks like our level 8 did die. So we're not going to be able to 3-star this very effectively with weaker champions, it seems. Obviously, Kale runs through this campaign nice and easy. Okay, so we are actually at a point through the campaign now, as we just saw, that using food champs to level up through the campaign isn't going to be very easy whilst getting 3 stars. I think overall going for 3 stars can be nice. As you can see, you can get all these rewards. Now, I do have a bit of a secret method we're going to be using in a second, so stay tuned for that. For now, just follow along with me for a sec. So, win gauntlets with attack percent is the primary stat from stage 4 of the Sewers of Arnok on normal. So let's go back and do this first before we continue the campaign. This one's going to be a bit of a grind, because gauntlets will have every accessory will have a random primary stat. So getting attack percent could be a little bit difficult, and we need to do it on stage 4. So we're just going to speed through this as quick as possible, whilst leveling food champs as well. We will get these gauntlets, but are they attack percent? No, it's... Oh, wow, that's very lucky. We got attack percent straight away. Now, I want to run this again just to show you what it might look like for you. So you might get gauntlets, but they might have attack or a different stat. This needs to be attack percent with a percentage mark here. You're going to have to keep replaying it until you get it. We got lucky, so that's great. Okay, so we're going to go like that. Play stage 1 or higher of the Ice Golem's Peak 3 times on normal. Okay, so we can go like this and set up our team. This is a dungeon, so we're going to fill up a team here with our best champions, and we'll put 1 food champion just for the sake of it. Let's start. We need to do this 3 times for this mission. Looks like we can do it fairly effectively without much problem. Okay, and we've got the gem mine now. Awesome. So with the gem mine, we can unlock this. Actually, we don't have enough gems yet, so never mind. We're going to have to use a promo code tomorrow to get some gems to unlock that, so don't worry. We also got progression rewards. Yeah, so we'll get that eventually, but not quite yet. Okay, let's go back to doing this. We need to do it 2 more times. Okay, pretty effective. Just 1 more time. Nice. There we go. That will be the mission. And because we completed some dungeons, we can now go to the event in Dungeon Divers, and we can see we're making a bit of progress. But it really is quite slow. But that rare skill tome could come quite handy. Equip 4 champions with 6 artifacts of level 8 or higher. Okay, so we have our main 4 champions here. So basically, we're going to need to upgrade their gear to level 8 or higher. So this is going to be fairly cheap to do, and it's something that we need to do anyway to make them a little bit more powerful. We may as well just go through here, upgrade that all the way to level 8. It is going to cost you, you know, a small amount, but we've got millions of silver at the moment. Just don't go past level 8 right now, because we don't know if we're going to be using this gear. We might find better gear later on. Well, we definitely will. So we don't want to max this out. It's going to cost millions and waste our silver. We want to go to level 8 just for the mission. And, you know, the bonus is that they do get a little bit more powerful by doing this. We're going to have to do that same thing for Uugo and Rector Drath. All right, there we are. That's Rector Drath. And now we need to do... Oh, no, that was Uugo. Now Rector Drath. There we go. That's the mission done. Can go like this. Defeat 20 champions in Classic Arena. So we can start that now. So we're going to refresh our list. Once again, find any team power that is lower than ours. So this one's a good one. We've got 20,000 team power now. Start on auto. I think tomorrow we're going to do an arena sort of bit more breakdown of how you can beat champion squads that even have higher team power than you by using manual. But for now, we're just going to do auto because most of these have lower score. And they will for the early stages of arena. You'll be able to breeze through it without much difficulty. So I'm going to do this now. We don't need to do too much, but we may as well use all of our tokens because that way they're going to recharge over time when we're not online, right? We want to just max it out, get them all used whilst we're here. I've completed the daily quest, but we're going to still use all of our tokens whilst we have them. I might get to the point where you can't really defeat anymore, And you don't want to waste gems on refreshing it. So at that point, sure, come out. Then we're done. Let's go to our missions again. Create a rare track type champion to level 30. You should have already done this if you followed my guides. Upgrade 2 artifacts to level 12 or higher. So this is one mission that you can't do until you've already unlocked it, which is a bit of a shame, but that's no problem. We're going to choose 2 artifacts to level 12 or higher. Now, I've actually got quite an interesting strategy here. This is going to help us 3-star whilst also leveling up food champs. We're not going to 3-star every mission going forward now, and that's okay. We can come back later. But to save our progress, we need to try and build some speed on our main campaign farmer, which is Kale. Now, with this set, you need 4 items. So we could theoretically take out 2 items to build speed. Now, to do that, we actually need to go to stage 6, and we're almost there. So until we get to stage 6, this is my suggestion. We're just going to come back to any mission that we haven't 3-starred. We're going to take out our food champ and put in Uugo, and we're going to go through this and just complete all the things that haven't been 3-starred yet. Okay, so we're going to go through and do all the campaign missions with Uugo and Kale. Not a food champ, but Uugo and Kale. And we're going to go through and just quickly 3-star it. That one's done. And we're preparing basically to just do a clean sweep of all the 3-stars. Come here, stage 7. Okay, take out this and put in Uugo. We go again. And then once we've done this, we're then going to go to stage 6. All of the way to stage 6 with Kale and Uugo, making sure to 3-star it. And then we're going to farm some speed gear. We're going to level that up to level 12. And then at that point, we are going to essentially build Kale out with a bit of speed for the early game. That's going to help him attack first. So we've just done that. Now we're at stage 5. So we're going to go, this is the first time we're going through stage 5 now. We're going to do it with Kale and Uugo, and we're just going to go through like this and 3-star it all the way through stage 5. Keep going through all the way through these stages. As you see, it shouldn't be too hard to get through this. This is a very strong team we've got built already for this stage of the campaign. We'll keep going through. Now, if you've built the same way as me and followed the guides so far, you'll be breezing through this without any problems, getting 3-star every time. Currently on stage 6 or stage 5, 6, and then the next one will be the boss, and we'll be to the next stage, the next area, which will have speed gear, which is what we need. If we have speed gear and we can improve Chaos speed just a little bit, it will have enough attacks to beat the enemies. So it's just going to mean effectively still 3-star most of the missions. We're just going through the boss for this stage now. Okay, there we go. We're now on stage 6, where we can start farming speed gear. So we need 2 items for speed gear for it to activate. What I would like to go for is boots. So we're actually going to need to go all the way down to stage 6 first. So just go all the way through this with, once again, Kale and Uugo. Just like before, you should be able to get through these and 3-star them with Uugo and Kale. We're just going to keep going until we get to stage 6-6. Right, now that we're at stage 6-6, this is where we can get boots. Now, boots have a chance of their primary stat being speed. So we're going to farm this mission over and over again until we get speed boots here. This is important. First, we're going to go through it for the first time with Uugo and Kale to 3-star it. Boots are the only item in the game that can have speed as a primary stat. And getting speed boots and then building a speed set with 2 items, which I'll explain in a minute, we will then get a lot of speed for Kale, which is going to speed up the amount of times he can attack. We got speed on this. That's great. Now, I want to showcase that this won't always happen, and you may need to farm this a little bit. So come to stage 6-6. Once it's 3-starred, put in Rector Drath and Monkey King, and this is going to speed it up so you can get through it quicker. I'll put on multi-battle. We're going to do 5, and then we're going to just go through and sit back and let it do its thing. Now, after you've multi-battled, take a look at these things. We want to try and get a 3-star if we can, with speed as its primary stat. We got a 3-star and it's HP. Now, I definitely recommend it's worth spending a bit of energy doing this. We've got the energy to do it. It doesn't matter. We're going to be leveling up some champions whilst we go anyway. So what we're going to do now is come out. We didn't get what we wanted. We're going to take out Monkey King. We've got 2 healers, and we're going to put in 1 food champ and then we're going to do another 10 multi-battles, but we're going to also click Super Raid. This is going to use more energy, but it will also mean that we get double the reward. So it's just a faster way to farm gear. We want to try and go for some fairly decent early game speed boots, and it's going to help massively. Enable Super Raids, and then click Start Multi-Battle. Now sit back and let it do its thing. Now, after doing your raid, you're going to see a lot of boots. So let's take a look. Attack, defense, attack. We got attack there, a defense. So you can see how difficult it can be here. And unfortunately, we didn't get any speed boots. So no problem. We're going to edit our team, take out this one, which we'll have leveled up now. And we're going to go again. We're going to do another 10, and then that will be it. We don't want to waste too much energy here. Whatever we get out of this, we're going to use on our champion. So we're just going to do another final super raid of 10. You may get luckier. You may get luckier. So go and give it a go. Let's do it. Right, we should now be done. Let's go back and check through all of our speed boots and see which one is the best to put on our Kale. So now it's time to equip the best boots we farmed. Now, once you start farming a lot of gear, it gets quite confusing. So we're going to click Filter, Boots, and then go to Primary Stats and click Speed. Now, let's have a look. We have 1 star here with Speed 1, and then a 2-star and a 3-star. You should at this point have a 3-star, or at least a 2-star if you got really unlucky. So we're going to equip that, and then it may actually be worth farming some gauntlets. We have gauntlets with lifesteal, but its main feature, its main stat is defense. You want to get critical rate on gauntlets. So if we can get a speed gauntlet set with critical rate, that's going to be really awesome. So now we go to the campaign, and you can probably guess what we're going to do. So gauntlets are one of the only, well, the only item that can have critical rate % as its primary stat, right? So we're going to now farm this. We're going to farm this quite a little bit. So we're going to take out this. He should now be leveled up. We're going to put another food champ. We're going to do 5 to begin with. And yes, we're going to do it again. Another 5 super raid multi-battles to try and get critical rate gauntlets. It's going to be worth doing it because we're going to be taking off a really good item, right? These items you get early game are 5-star rares, which are pretty powerful. We don't want to lose out on too much. But considering we've got a defense % primary stat on these gauntlets, we could get rid of those and replace it with a critical rate %. And even though it's a lower start, will provide a bit more benefit. We need to do that because to activate the speed set, as you can see here, it has a number 2. We need 2 items in the set to activate it. So that's very important. So yes, we are going to need to go back in and do it again. Specifically though, on this one here, which has the gauntlet. So yeah, like I say, go in here, click multi-battle, make sure super raids are on, and go. We're going to do 5 to begin with. All right, we have completed that. Let's see, did we get any critical rate %? We did. And I would say keep doing it until you get critical rate %. And that may mean swapping out a couple food champs here and there if they max level. But once you've got it, now we can go to Kale and go here, go down to our speed, and we're going to go critical rate % equip. That's going to give our speed activated now, which is great. Remember, the reason we're doing this is we want to build enough speed so Kale can attack fast enough to kill the enemies in campaign without running the risk of not getting 3 stars. So it's going to just be a bit more efficient. Now, remember, there was a mission to upgrade 2 artifacts to level 12 or higher. So this is one of the reasons why we're doing this now. We need to do this anyway. We need to upgrade this gear. This is going to give us critical rate 16%. That is very good for us. That's, even though it's a lower star rating, having critical rate is more important for us. We want that. We don't really want health % on Kale too much right now. And then we upgrade this. It's going to give us more speed. So now if we have, we actually got critical rate on the boots as well. This is really good. So we now have a bit higher critical rate chance and higher speed, which is nice. Oh, look, we got a ring as well. Okay, let's upgrade that to level 12 whilst we're here. Just a bit of extra power as well. It's sitting around. Now, we could do more of these missions today. Maybe we'll do it later. But for now, well, we want to get some campaign progress. We've done a decent amount of missions. We've made some good progress on that. Let's not worry about it for the time being. So what we're going to do now instead, the final thing I've done is upgrade this weapon to level 16. Now that will cost a couple million, so I would not recommend upgrading any more of your gear, but your main weapon, do consider upgrading it to level 16. Will hopefully give you an extra substat that's worth it. We got critical damage, so that's nice. Check Uugo's kit here. Maybe worth upgrading Uugo's to level 12 as well quickly, because you're going to farm now all of the way through the campaign, and we don't want to waste too much time here. So yes, Uugo to level 12, and then we are going to go in and 3-star this entire thing. It is time. It is certainly time. Right, one final upgrade here. And now what we're going to do is go to battle campaign, and we're basically just going to go from everything that isn't 3-starred all the way to the very end. So get rid of your food champ, put in Uugo, and then turn off super raids and click start. And then basically just keep clicking next. Go crazy with it, making sure that we don't have a food champ in there. Uugo and Kale, all you need. Let's go. Now, if you follow my guide all the way through here and go 3-star everything, you'll get to stage 3 on Godfrey's Crossing. Stage 310. So we're almost through the entire campaign, almost completely 3-starring it. But yeah, things get a little bit difficult here. We start to die. So what we need to do is actually boost up the HP of Uugo first and foremost. First thing we can do is go to our tavern. Now, if you watched the previous video, you know how ascending can boost your stats, right? Now, Uugo, we can take to 3-star ascension for the time being. We don't need to worry about taking Uugo too far, but 3-star ascension will be pretty good. If you farmed through the game at this point and you watch my previous guides, you probably almost have most of the potions here. And if you do, that's great. But if not, basically take Uugo in the tavern to 3-star here, and you're going to need to farm these potions. Because it's still your first week, you'll still be able to farm potions very easily without having to wait. Usually what happens after your first week is the available potion keeps will be different each and every day. So definitely want to take advantage of this right now. So we're going to farm a bit more with this, with our team, and basically try and get some potions to get Uugo fully ascended. So we're going to do 5 multi-battles here. So after you've done your multi-battles, just come here, check if you have enough potions. If you don't, just keep going until you do. It shouldn't take too long. All right, and like that, we can now upgrade Uugo. We can ascend Uugo, so that's going to give some more stats. One final thing, if we go to the tavern, let's see. Upgrade skills. We've got a couple epic skill tomes. Now, because Uugo is epic, it is certainly worth doing. Now, one thing is you're going to need a couple masteries on Uugo. So this is going to help you get past any further difficult levels you have. First thing you're going to want to do is we're going to do plus 75 defense. And then on support, we're going to do max HP plus 810. If you don't have enough scrolls, come to the Minotaur's Labyrinth and farm this with Uugo and Kale. And then you're going to do 10 multi-battles of this and let it run in the background. Once your Minotaur multi-battles are done, look champions, go Uugo, go on your masteries. And yeah, then we're going to want to do this one. All we need for now, and that should be decent enough. Now, whilst we're here, because we did have Kale, we should have some masteries available for Kale as well. Yeah, we can. For Kale, we can go for this critical rate plus 5%. Now we're ready to go. Okay, now that we've done that, let us go back to the campaign. Let's see how we can do now. All right, so this time it was a 3-star victory. So, great job. Let's keep going then. Just keep clicking next for the rest of the campaign missions. All right, if you followed all the way through, you'll now be all the way till stage 11-2. That's where you should be, all the way there, 3-star. So you're almost all the way through the campaign, 3-starring it. So you've done a lot of great work to get here, and it's only just beginning. Now, by doing this, you're going to get some rare skill tomes from the reward track, right? We didn't completely complete this, but got pretty close, and we got some more rare skill tomes, which means we can now go back to champions, go to Kale, and time to upgrade his skills in the tavern with these skill tomes. We've got 7 now from leveling up the campaign, so we go like that, and Kale's abilities will now be fully maxed out, which is pretty awesome stuff. Now, if you've been following through and clicking next through the campaign at this point, you'll be finally, eventually at 12-7, the final stage of the campaign. Now it's time to go through and do it. Just click that button for the final time and you will have completed campaign 3-starring on just your 3rd day through the game. Check this out. And just like that, we finally did it. Now, we're going to get a very rare void shard from this. And if we go back to the main page, we'll get another one from the campaign rewards. Now, do not open these. Void shards are very, very rare. And you're going to want to wait for a 2-time summoning event before you open it. So keep it there. Keep it for another day. Now that you have made your way through campaign all the way through to 12-3, basically the next goal is to get Kale to level 60, which means you're going to need to farm a bunch of food champs. We'll talk about more about that in the next beginner's guide video. Once again, make sure to use my QR code on screen or the link in the description to get a great start with Uugo, Rector Drath, Sun Wukong, and Alistair Wanderer. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheerio.